Since 2002, the NBA Summer League has been a way to introduce players to a taste of professional basketball while allowing teams to fill their rosters based on how their players compete. This year, with over half of Summer League being finished, it's time to talk about some takeaways and reactions to how some players showed up and showed out, or disappointed their teams. For those who don't know, the NBA Summer League hosts a variety of talented prospects, including most of each year's draft class, some G League players, and other potential prospects that are invited. And for those who haven't been living under a rock this past year, one player in particular just made his debut. So, Victor Wembanyama, the man touted to be the greatest prospect since LeBron, which from day one was an absurd claim, but nonetheless the majority of Americans still needed to see him play, and they did. To kickstart the Las Vegas Summer League, Wemby sold out a venue, but failed to show what made him the top pick in the draft.
Honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing on the court tonight.
He shot an abysmal 2 for 13 from the field, including a telling 1 for 6 from 3. I'm not going to be nice and say he played fine or make excuses. He clearly sucked against a stronger competition. But just 2 days later, he bounced back, scoring 27 points and snatching 12 rebounds, redeeming himself before shutting down before the rest of the Summer League. What was obvious in this first game was his major issue of strength. It's like his length and height were harming him because the faster and smaller players could poke the ball loose and strip him from underneath. The second game was quite the opposite. He was the dominant on the interior, with multiple poster dunks, and his signature three-point shot and fadeaway mid-range was falling. It seems that for Victor in the regular season, the most important thing is going to be his mid-range percentage, as his best game came when he hit shots in the exterior, forcing defenders to respect his shot, therefore clearing the lane for him to drive. Brandon Miller started his Summer League debut, making the Hornets regret drafting him, with an insane 8-foul game. But his most exciting ability, three-point shot making, was on full display. Another good sign was his competitive nature. Against Wemby, he arguably stole the show, draining multiple threes and outscoring him despite the loss. He also held his own defensively and helped limit Wembanyama's use throughout the game. For the regular season, I'd like to see Miller be more aggressive driving the ball and take full advantage of that 6'10" frame of his. Unfortunately, Scoot Henderson was limited to only a half of basketball, but he scored 13 points and showed the leadership skills Portland saw in scouting. If you watch the game, the Russell Westbrook and Ja Morant comparisons are very real, with his aggressive play style and playmaking. But for now, the sample size is just too small to predict how he will do in the regular season. Again, fourth pick Amen Thompson was limited by an injury, but he played very well this year, showing his incredible genetics and athleticism while scoring and playmaking with ease. He was, however, outplayed by fifth pick and twin brother Ausar Thompson, who, with similar ease, lit up defenses and proved himself worthy of his high draft pick. I'd expect both the twins to have successful rookie seasons, but I can't see either becoming a truly elite player in their first few years. Outside of the top 5, we saw stellar performances from Orlando's Anthony Black, whose bag is just as good as his hair, and the biggest surprise drop in the draft, Cam Whitmore. Most mock drafts had him ranked anywhere from 4th to 8th, but dropping to 20th came as a surprise. But his unreal athleticism, along with good scoring instincts, makes him look like a steal for a rebuilding Houston team. For Houston, returning Jabari Smith Jr. was the most exciting development, as he averaged over 30 a game in Summer League and showed a far more assertive scoring attitude than before. I'm really excited to see what he can do his sophomore season. It's safe to say Houston's young core looks pretty good right now, with Jabari Smith, Amen Thompson, and Cam Whitmore lighting up the Summer League. Finally, the dark horse Rookie of the Year candidate Chet Holmgren finally returned with a handful of masterclass games. From what I see, he just looks far more comfortable in his body than Wemby does, and plays more like Wemby than most fans thought Wemby did. His guard-like handles and shooting combined with the best shot blocking in the class makes him my pick for Rookie of the Year. But before we jump to any conclusions, let's remember that these great talents are playing as G Leaguers and other prospects, not veteran NBA pros, and the results of Summer League are not to be taken that serious. Remember Lonzo Ball winning the MVP a few years ago. How'd that turn out? Whatever the case may be, I'm sure us NBA fans have a good year to look forward to, and I hope you like this video and subscribe to see more like it as the year goes on.